you see a lot of these almost cults, if you want to call them that. I remember they have been popping up ever since I landed on this floating rock. First it was the vegans and the vegetarians. They would condone anyone who would eat meat, period. They would go against the farmers who had unethical, I guess, practices of storing animals. They would hoard all the sheep in one small area. They would put the cows in these little cages, keep them locked in there 24/7. So okay, that kind of makes sense. Kind of stupid that you're trying to force other people to not eat meat. But I understand where you're coming from. Then you slowly get these other weird dietary cults, and then you get people who only eat plants. I guess that is veganism, but more so these weird hypno, like spiritual guys. You have these breathinarians who get all the energy from breathing, like sniffing the butthole of the universe to get some calories. Okay, you weirdo. Then you get all these gay LGBTQ people popping up out of nowhere, and then you get the whole big ass flag that has all these colors on it, and then every single identity has a different flag for it. You don't even know which flag you're trying to represent for your specific, I guess, orientation. And it's just, I don't know where all these cults have popped up. It's because people don't follow religion anymore. And we like to talk about how humans have evolved, but we're very similar to how we used to be compared to our ancestors. For example, the need of social connection. You'll see that a lot of people are experiencing depression nowadays. They're very anxiety driven, especially when they try to talk to other people because of video games, porn, because of the internet. It's so easy to make connections with people online. So they just make connections with people online, and they don't take the time to make real connections with people in real life. And then they just box themselves in their home all day with people that they think they should be friends with, but then they get super depressed and stressed out that they don't have real friends. But then when they try to make real friends, they get super stressed out and depressed that they can't do it, and it cycles. The reason that they're depressed in the first place is because humans have always been social animals. It's how we survived back when we were living in rocks and in caves, and we were actually threatened by a lion that was walking across us, looking at us and observing us. It's how we survived. We socialized with each other. We were, I guess, group animals in a way. How we communicated with each other, stayed together, and that's how we survived. The people that didn't stay together and went off on their own, they got eaten up by that lion. Only the people who stayed together continued to grow out their lineage. And now all of that mental, I guess you can say, mindset, the mindset of staying together and being very social, has been transferred to us. And now you have all these depressed people because they have no friends. It's kind of like that when I'm talking about where people have all these cults. For the longest time, almost every single one of your ancestors and mine did worship some sort of god, statue. They were in some sort of religion, and they prayed to something. They prayed to something. And then you have these atheist guys. My grandfather, my great grandfather were all atheists. Shut up, nerd. Just because 2 or 3 of your generational heritage were atheists, it's not gonna cancel out bloody eons of humans who did worship, because most likely your ancestors did worship something. And now that you're atheist and you don't worship anything, you still have the urge to look up to something, look up to someone, look up to some sort of something, and hold it in high regard. Think of it as your own god in a way. That's how you get all of these breathinarians who are super obsessed about their cult and trying to force other people into their cult. It's a substitute for religion, man. It's not rocket science. I'm sure you've probably thought about this. It's not something that it's super revolutionary. I'm trying to speak into you, but what I'm trying to say is be careful of what you worship, because a lot of the stuff and the shit that you guys are worshipping is kind of madness. It's madness. And look, man, I'm Muslim, and of course I'd love it if you were Muslim as well, but I'm not trying to force my religion on you or anything like that. I might be coming across that way, but really I'm looking out for you, man, because some of the shit you're doing is fucked up. Like, you're worshipping money, you're worshipping K-pop stars, you're worshipping drugs, alcohol, and of course, you don't have your alcohol, your Hennessy up on a pedestal. It's Allah. No, it's not like that, obviously, but it's just, it's consumed your life in a way almost that a religion would. If you can imagine someone that's super religious, like some sort of scholar, maybe they're super immersed in their religion, in their studies. They just think about their religion and their God and whatever it is 24/7. Imagine an alcoholic. He's the exact same. He's just thinking about alcohol probably 24/7, all the stresses that he's getting from the alcohol, how he wants to quit, but then how amazing it feels to be drunk. I don't know if it feels good to be drunk. I'm just paraphrasing, but you can understand what I'm trying to say. It's that you're looking up to these stupid materialistic things that really don't make you happy in the long run. If you can imagine yourself in your deathbed, you're not going to be reminiscing about your favorite K-pop star. And oh no, I wasn't able to meet my favorite K-pop star. I wasn't able to get the autograph. You're going to be looking at your family. You're going to be looking at what impact did I make on the people around me. What could I have done? What should I have done? What didn't I do? And why didn't I do it? That's what you're going to be thinking, right? And yeah, all these materialistic BS is BS. Of course, I am materialistic as well. I like Nike. I like muscle cars. I like water, I guess. I like drinking drinks. I'm materialistic as well. I'm not perfect. I'm just as flawed as you. It's just that I don't worship BS materialistic stuff. And all I'm trying to say is maybe think about what is the stuff that you hold high in regard, and why do you hold it in high regard in your life? What are the values that you hold? Did you get those values for yourself? Did someone put them in there for you? Did the person who put those values in you had your best interests in mind, or were they being selfish? Do the values that you have hold in high regard? Do you agree with them? Do you disagree with them? What should you change? That's all I'm trying to say. Don't be stupid worshipping and being in these cults. There's a reason. Nah, I'm not going to say what I was going to say. Don't be stupid. TLDR. TLDR about life. Don't be stupid. Don't be a pussy. Do the stuff that you're meant to be doing, especially when you don't feel like it. I'm Hamza.